In this video, we're going to give a quick tour around Interactive Studio, our universal application for configuring and programming our growing collection of products, including CueServer, SmartNode, Insight, and soon others will be joining that list as well. Let's go ahead and open the app up. Even though I'm using a Mac, Interactive Studio is also available for Windows. The first thing you'll see is Studio's main window, or what we call the device browser. This window is divided into 3 separate panels. The middle panel lists the devices that you're working with. This includes devices that are currently found on the network. These are the ones that have the green check marks next to them. And devices that Studio has seen in the past, but are not currently online. If I click on a device, you'll see that the right-hand panel becomes active. This is the device inspector. It displays information about the currently selected device and has options for changing settings and has various utility functions. We'll dive more into that in a minute. The left-hand panel is for searching and filtering the device list. For example, I can show only the CueServer devices in the list, or maybe just the SmartNodes. I have options down here to show just the connected devices, or devices that the program has only seen in the last day or week or month. The search field up here allows me to search by either the device name or its IP address. I'll just type in demo, and you can see it's filtered down to just the devices that have the word demo in its name. We also have the ability to assign tags to devices. Here I'll set this one to yellow, and I'll choose these two as purple. And now if I'd like to just focus on those, I can click on just show me my yellow ones and my purple ones. That's kind of a cool feature. Another really handy feature in this window is the ability to define groups, which is really useful when working on different projects. I can put the individual devices being used into a separate group. So I'll just create a new group here. I'll call it Rob's Project. And I'll say, well, maybe these are the devices that I need in that project. So when I would like to focus on it, I can just turn on this checkbox, and here, now I've got just those devices that are in the group that show up. Another thing we can do is customize which columns of information are being shown for each device. So I can click on columns here. Maybe I want to also show the MAC address, device time, last time it was seen. And you can see now the window is expanded to show me those columns of information as well. So next, let's see what things are available in the inspector panel. So I'll click back on this CueServer, and you see it opens up with the Overview tab selected. It'll show me my device name, its model. I can see that it's connected. I'm also seeing the current show file that's running in this CueServer, along with some statistics. I'm seeing a serial number, its IP address, the MAC address, its firmware. And down here, I've got a section called Manage. It's got functions like identify, firmware update, be able to reboot the device, set its password, apply a license code. Here, just for kicks, I will turn on this device's identify mode. Now, if you look over here, the device's LCD screen is now flashing, and the power light on the back is alternating red and blue. This is really useful for physically finding a device when there's a ton of equipment on a job and you're not sure exactly which is which. Different device types may show a slightly different set of information over here. Let's click on a SmartNode. So this SmartNode is showing us in the overview the physical modules that are plugged into the node, and it's showing different statistics and different management functions. Every device has a settings tab that I can click into. This is where you change the device's name and its IP settings. So this device was set for DHCP address. We'll change it to static and just give it a new IP address. Maybe we'll change its name to something else. And I would save that by clicking on the apply button. But in this case here, I'll just cancel. You'll also see other tabs, and they're device dependent as well. Nodes have a modules tab that allows you to set the settings for individual modules. And it has a file tab for downloading and restoring a backup of your configuration for that node. Let's go over here to the CueServer again. There's a display tab that's showing me what's going on the front panel of the display. I can remote control a CueServer just right here by doing that, and I can turn on and off buttons like this. I'm also seeing a whole set of live status for the different modules that are plugged into the back of the CueServer. The Shows tab lets me create new shows, download them to my computer. I can change which one's active. I'll double click in one. This gives me the classic CueServer editor window. This is where I would put the content into CueServer. So for each nodes and CueServers and our other devices, please check out the individual videos on each of those. They'll dive much more into exactly what you need to do with each to set them up and all. There's so much more to each of our products, of course, but I hope this gives you a basic idea of how the top-level UI of Interactive Studio works. Thanks for watching.